Welcome to the Environmental Health Learn to Earn program, a transformative initiative by Actuate Biomedicine. This program is designed to tackle the pressing environmental challenges faced by communities, especially in Kenya. Our 8-week program combines 2 physical classes and 6 online classes, offered every 2 months. We educate and empower participants by incentivizing their active involvement with Actuate tokens. Our diverse group includes university students and global environmental health community members, creating a dynamic and inclusive learning environment. Communities worldwide face severe issues such as pollution, inadequate access to clean water, and a lack of environmental awareness. These problems lead to pollution from industrial emissions and improper waste disposal, lack of safe drinking water, causing waterborne diseases like cholera and dysentery, unsustainable practices and habitat destruction due to insufficient environmental consciousness. Our program aims to address these issues through 4 main goals: educating participants on the importance of environmental health, building a cohesive global community of environmental activists, promoting sustainable practices at individual, family, and community levels, facilitating practical engagement through activities like tree planting. For individuals, particularly mothers and fathers, environmental health is crucial. It ensures clean air, safe water, and healthy living conditions, essential for maternal health and child development. Families benefit from
Good evening, everyone. I would like to confirm if I'm audible.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, so it's 8 p.m. We would like to start the lesson now. So welcome everybody to our third session of our third cohort, in which we'll be learning the intersection between liquidity pools, tokens, and how it affects the environment as well, or how it can support the environment. So I would like to once again welcome everybody and thank you for your continuous dedication in joining our classes and trying to learn more about the environment and how it can be supported by the blockchain community and decentralized finance. So, today's agenda will be the presentation of the topic by Ronald Anthony, which the topic I have mentioned is the liquidity pools, tokens, and environmental impact. Following by comments and insights by our CEO, Dr. Macharia, in which he shall be enlightening us more on the topic and delving a bit deeper into the topic itself. Following that, we'll have an interactive session in which anyone with any questions or clarifications can be free to ask. And we take questions in any channel. It can be through chat or through unmuting and asking the question. So if you have any questions, please press the hands up button, raising the hand, and I shall get to you as well. After that, we shall be having summit announcements by Augustine, in which he will enlighten us more on our upcoming summit, which we've been announcing regularly. So, sorry. And following that, we shall be having the filling of the attendance form. I would like to mention for any new I've seen there's some newcomers today. For any newcomer, please know that this is a learn to earn session in which every class you join earns you a token, which is our cryptocurrency known as Actuate token. And we allocate them at the end of the month based on your class engagement. So I will be posting a link to our attendance form in which you should fill them out. If you do not have a wallet, just fill out the form. The next time you do fill it out, we will pay attention to your details and allocate you the token, even though you did not have a wallet at that time. So without further delay, I would like to welcome Ronald Anthony to take us through the topic for today. Welcome, Ronald.
Thank you, Becca. I'm Ronald Anthony. Today's topic is liquidity pools, tokens, and environmental impact, exploring parallel between finance and conservation. In today's rapidly evolving digital landscape, the concept of liquidity pools and tokens are at the heart of decentralized finance, the DeFi. These innovations have transformed how we think about finance, creating new opportunities for efficiency, transparency, and community participation. But beyond the financial world, the concepts have interviewed parallels with environmental conservation, particularly in relation to carbon sinks. By exploring these similarities, we can better understand how token economics can contribute to environmental stability. Liquidity pools, the backbone of decentralized finance. A liquidity pool is a collection of tokens locked into a smart contract to facilitate trading on decentralized platforms. These pools allow users to trade digital assets without the need for traditional intermediaries, such as brokers or market makers. Liquidity providers contribute their token to these people, earning rewards or fees in return for their participation. In decentralized finance, liquidity pools are essential for maintaining market stability. They ensure that decentralized exchange, the DXS, have sufficient liquidity to allow seamless trading between assets. By locking tokens into the pool, The LLPs help maintain the value of assets and ensure that trades can occur without significant price fluctuations. Tokens in liquidity pools. Tokens are digital assets that are created and managed on blockchain networks. These tokens can represent various forms of value, such as ownership, governance rights, or utility within a specific ecosystems. In liquidity pools, tokens are used to represent the assets within the pool and can be traded, staked, or used for other financial activities. For instance, when an individual contributes tokens to a liquidity pool, they receive liquidity tokens in return. These liquidity tokens represent their share of the pool, which they can later redeem along with any rewards or fees they've earned. The type of tokens in the pool can range from governance tokens, which allow holders to vote on decisions within a decentralized platforms, to utility tokens, which grant access to specific services or products. Carbon sinks, a parallel from environmental conservation. In the realm of environmental conservation, carbon sinks are natural or artificial systems that absorb more carbon than they release. These sinks, such as forests, oceans, and soil, play a crucial role in mitigation climate change by capturing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. The concept of a carbon sink is central to efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and maintain a balance in the Earth's carbon cycle. Just a carbon sink helps absorb harmful emissions. Token sinks in decentralized finance absorb excess tokens for circulation. This process, known as token burning, reduces the supply of tokens in an ecosystem to maintain the value and prevent inflation. Being parallels, thus the token sinks as digital carbon sinks. Token sinks operate in a manner similar to carbon sinks, but in a financial ecosystem. Token sinks remove tokens from circulation, creating scarcity and increasing the overall value of the remaining tokens. This mirrors how carbon sinks absorb excess carbon to mitigate its harmful impact on the environment. In decentralized finance, token sinks are employed to stabilize ecosystems by reducing the number of available tokens, which prevent devaluation due to oversupply. Much like carbon sinks, token sinks are critical for maintaining a balance in the ecosystem, ensuring long-term sustainability. Token economics and environmental sustainability. The parallel between sink tokens and the carbon sinks open up existing opportunities for combining token economics with environmental conservation. For instance, such as carbon offset programs, every time tokens are burned, a portion of the value can be directed towards funding green projects such as reforestation or renewable energy development. Such blockchain projects are already exploring with intersection between finance and environment. Platforms are tokenizing carbon credits, allowing individuals and companies to trade these credits on the blockchain. Token bans are the tied to carbon offsets initiatives, where the removal of the tokens from circulation corresponds with a reduction in carbon emissions. Liquidity pool and sustainable funding. Liquidity pools themselves can also play a role in supporting environmental sustainability. Decentralized finance platforms could use liquidity pool to fund green projects by allowing investors to contribute tokens that support these initiatives. In return, liquidity providers can earn rewards based on the success of these environmental projects. For example, liquidity pools can be used to back renewable energy projects or carbon credit markets. Investors would contribute their tokens to a pool supporting specific initiatives, such as building solar energy infrastructure or preserving natural habitats. As these projects succeed and generate value, the liquidity providers earn rewards, aligning financial incentives with environmental outcomes. I'm winding up real-world application and future possibilities. Several world applications demonstrate how liquidity pools and tokens sinks can be integrated into efforts to tackle environmental challenges. Projects like Celo and Flow Carbon are examples of platforms combining decentralized finance within carbon offset initiatives. The Celo, for instance, incorporates carbon credits into token economy, allowing users to offset emissions through token transactions. This model of linking tokens, bonds, or liquidity pools contribution with environmental initiatives has the potential to revolutionize how we approach sustainability. By incentivizing individuals and companies to contribute to conservation efforts through blockchain technology, we can create a system where financial and environmental goals are aligned. In conclusion, the bridging digital finance and environmental conservation. The concept of liquidity pools and token sinks in decentralized finance offer more than just financial benefits. They also present opportunities for driving opposite environmental impacts. By understanding the parallel between sink token and carbon sinks, we can explore new ways to integrate financial mechanisms into efforts to combat climate change and promote sustainability. As blockchain technology continues to evolve, it's clear that token economics can be a powerful tool for creating synergies between finance and environmental conservation. The future of decentralized finance holds exciting possibilities for those seeking to merge profit with purpose, ensuring a sustainable future for both our digital and natural ecosystem. Thank you, and that's the end of my presentation.
Thank you, Anthony. That was very insightful. And now I would like to welcome Dr. Macharia for further insights on the topic. Welcome, Dr. Macharia.
All right. Speaker, confirm you can hear me.
Yes, confirmed.
All right, confirmed. Wow, Anthony, you become the professor of this matter. I think one of these days we shall confer to you the degree of the blockchain itself. We are the blockchain people. Now, when you open our blockchain university at Actuate Nation, we have to invite Anthony to become our professor, because Anthony became the real professor of these matters. Thank you. As Bika said, your presentation is super insightful. And I hope that everyone is understanding what is going on. Do you all hear what's going on with this blockchain? Do you all hear this? People have struggled. Let me tell you, people have struggled for centuries to figure out how to tie finance with the environment or environmental sustainability. That has become impossible in the old tradition of finance. Totally impossible. That even you remember our friend who gave us the triple bottom line, people, planet, and profits. Way back in 1973, was called the triple bottom line. He actually called it the devil with a three-pitched fork. That how can you tie together the environment and profit and people? Now you see, companies have really struggled over the years, over decades, to advance something called corporate social responsibility. Social responsibility meaning taking care of people while also taking care of the environment. But even when they try to do that, usually corporate social responsibility, companies do not really do it like it's like from the ground level. It's not at the base of the company itself. The social responsibility usually is after the fact. For example, if a company has things it has made and it wants to say it is taking care of the people, it is usually the things that are factory rejects that they give to the people, or the things that are about to expire. We give them to the people and they say that is responsibility, social responsibility, feeding the poor, feeding the hungry. When it comes to environment, usually is let us destroy the environment and then we can buy carbon credit. See that carbon credit is backward. Carbon credit is that the company is given credit to destroy the environment. That's what carbon credit is about. So companies that have to destroy the environment in their work, in their production, they buy credit in order they can destroy the environment. You see, because we do not have in the traditional finance system, we don't have something that starts at the base. The responsibility does not begin at the base until the blockchain came out. And so what Anthony has told us that today we have the technology to tie the two together, because now with the liquidity pools, as Anthony has told us, the major function for liquidity pool is to stabilize the market, to absorb the market impacts. The market, market is fluctuating all the time, because it's unpredictable. You stabilize the market using liquidity pools. People contribute money. For example, yourself, you contribute money to the pool. You participate in making the price of the Actuate token stable. That's called stabilizing the market. While you're doing that, you're making money because the pool earns you money. When you have many people participating, of course, for the pool to make money, you need a lot of people participating in providing liquidity. So when you supply liquidity, you stabilize the market. And so that is one way of absorbing the tokens that are outside, that are floating out there. They get tied in a pool. That's called, you call them the sink for the pool. The pool becomes a sink to the tokens, like Actuate token, because they're going to be tied, they're not going to be floating around, they are sunk in the pool. So that's one way. And when the tokens are sunk in the pool, what do? They increase in value. So the tokens that you have increase in value just because they are in the pool. So this is what I was encourage everybody. When you receive tokens, put them in the pools. Don't just hold them in your wallet, because when they're sitting in their wallet, they're not doing anything. And then the other way of making those pools, the tokens, are much more valuable, is to burn the tokens. Burning the tokens, these are the extra supply of tokens, we burn them. So what Anthony has told us, if you correspond the burning the token for every environment program implemented, say if you execute something like, say, planting trees, we are going to burn a whole bunch of tokens. Then the people who are holding the token will experience an increase in value of their tokens, because the amount of token circulation is reduced. So the carbon sinks themselves, their job is to absorb carbon in the atmosphere. You see, there are three categories of sinks. One category is the trees, the forests. The trees drink carbon, as we have talked about many times. The oceans, because ocean absorb carbon dioxide, and then because carbon dioxide now gets combined with other molecules to form hydrocarbons. And then the soil itself, so it's carbon sink. But the only thing, we cannot increase the ocean, we can increase the forest's coverage. Okay. So what we are talking about is that we can now tie together the planting of trees, which we have been doing, with planting with actual tokens themselves, so that every tree gets represented with a token. Not represented, theoretically, that everybody who plants a tree receives a token for that tree. And those trees, it means that each tree is represented in the marketplace already with a token. And when you take those tokens and put them in the liquidity pool, it means that that tree is participating in the liquidity pool itself. So one way of incentivizing reforestation is by getting people to buy more Actuate tokens. And people, as people buy more Actuate tokens, and then they match those tokens, the trees on the ground, then those Actuate tokens that they're holding become supplied, or the people who are holding the tokens supply them to the pool, to the liquidity pools. So liquidity pools become the carbon sink, or they represent, they are a derivative. The liquidity pools become a derivative of the carbon sink, because it's not actually, it's not the pool that's drinking the carbon, but it means that the tokens in the pool represent the trees that are drinking the carbon in the forest. You see, that's the connection. That's the connection you want to snap in your mind, such that when now we are, when this thing is in full blown, like in a full flower, when in our environmental program, you're going to see a lot of people. Right now, people are receiving tokens for free because that's what it is. But as we were talking a quadratic funding program, people will be receiving tokens that are already made liquid by the by capital providers in a quadratic funding, because the system has to raise money. So those tokens are liquid, and the people are receiving them because somebody is donating money directly to them for planting trees. But then the money that's being donated is given to those people who are planting trees in form of tokens. So, but the money, then the tokens themselves are liquid, and the liquid tokens go into liquidity pools. And that's how we tie the tokens themselves with the carbon system, environmental sustainability. So it is a, you could say, two-step process. That step one, it's about quadratic funding, getting people to contribute money. As we were talking in this second cycle, we were talking about quadratic funding. So do not forget that, because every cycle builds on the previous cycles. Now we're in the third cycle when you're talking about the actual token environment. So in the liquidity pools, so the quadratic funding, which we are going to execute without doubt, is that people have money to put in the liquidity pools. The money comes from the donors, providers of capital, and these people have to donate money in form of another token, such as the BNB, okay, or Ether, or ETH, or even CELO. So the CELO or USDT, which now can be paired with actual token. And when they go into the liquidity pool, and these tokens, this outside, let's say, currency that pairing like liquid tokens like Ethereum or BSD, people are going to be donating to the projects for planting trees. Okay, so that for every, say, USDT, every USDT donated is going to be paired with actual token. It represents a several number of trees, because USDT is $100. That's about what, 10,000 shillings. That could mean about, is it 10,000 or 1,000 shillings? Yeah, I can't remember. Is it 10,000? So that could be about how many? About 1,000 trees or so. And you see, that goes into a liquidity pool. So the money donated in form of USDT, either USD or CELO or whatever, tied to actual token, becomes what? Becomes a tree. Okay, so that is a digital representation of the tree that's on the ground, and that's what we are talking about. And all that money is put in liquidity pools. When it goes to the liquidity pools gain value as the tree is also growing. and the liquidity pools are traded. So I think that the thing is falling into place very well, and I believe that we're talking about aligning profits with the planet. So remember, the planet represents the environment. So in the triple bottom line theory, it's talking about aligning the three triple bottom line: socio-economic, people, profit, and what? And planet. People, profit, planet. Now, this instance when you're creating liquidity pools is that you're aligning all the three of them together. That the tokens themselves will gain value for you in the liquidity pools. The liquidity pools are going to make money for you, and the tokens are going to be representing trees planted on the ground by people, and who benefits is the people themselves. So then Elkington's, remember, Elkington's triple bottom line becomes resolved. Can you believe it? This is what I'm saying. What's going on is supreme phenomenal. So Anthony, you study this thing even deeper to understand it, so you're going to be explaining it to the people. Even at the summit, you tell people, hey, we have resolved the triple bottom line. How do we do? Where people, profit, and environment, people, profit, and planet are equal to one another. Can you believe that? People, profit, and planet are equal to one another. That we are in the same place. We are not competing. That people are not competing with profit, and profit is not competing with planet, and planet is not competing with people. Nobody is killing one another. Nobody is killing the other. Today, the environment we live in today is the environment of killing each other. So you can say that we can actually achieve universal peace when we align people, profit, and planet, and that is what this is all about. So maybe there are these hundreds of thousands of questions that you guys have about this matter, but I want you to pay very, very close attention to this. It's even the United Nations has been talking about sustainable development goals. Remember, they wrote those goals were in the year 2000. Sustainable development goals called SDGs, and they say that we are going to achieve sustainable development goal by 2015. 15 years later, we had not achieved any of them. And now because we could not achieve them, they changed the name and they call them strategic development goals or something else. So they changed the name. So the name today is not sustainable development goals or SDGs, but something else, some other goals. It's the same goals, but given a new name. They've applied lipstick and makeup, and mascara. It's the same thing. But then why those things are not achievable is because we did not have technology called blockchain. And even when blockchain came along, we have not acknowledged its presence. That's what we are talking about. And now we can achieve Elkington's solution of the people, planet, and profit through the blockchain. This liquidity pools, that's what's about. That's why this conversation is very, very important. And you want to take it on because this is the conversation we are living today in the revolution for aligning the Elkington's question. So Elkington's, for those people who have not read Elkington's, it is Elkington, Elkington, who talked to us about the triple bottom line in seeing how these companies come along and all they want is to make profits without regard of the people or even the environment. So we say no to that. And that comes to an end. We begin a new future where we have clean environment, clean air, and people are wealthy and healthy and wise. Back to you, Speaker.
Thank you, Dr. Macharia, for those insights. It's always a pleasure to hear the deeper mechanics of it. And Right now, we shall be having an interactive session. If anyone has a question, please feel free to write it in the chat box or raise your hand. But I would like to emphasize what Dr. Macharia said. When you get your tokens at the end of the month, please put them in a liquidity pool. And if you don't know how to do so, you can contact me and I shall guide you through it. This will be bringing multiple benefits because you're not only supporting the broader ecosystem, but also positioning yourself for potential rewards, as liquidity pools facilitate seamless transactions and enhances the efficiency of the platform. So when you contribute Actuate tokens to these pools, you're effectively providing the liquidity that drives our system forward. So this engagement will benefit you in the transaction fees, as mentioned, as a liquidity provider, and it can create a passive income stream for you, and it can help you involve in helping stabilize the market and in potentially increasing the value of your tokens as well. And this also has very multiple benefits for the environment as well, as it addresses a growing environmental concern about the footprint of financial technologies as well. So as liquidity pools and decentralized finance continue to gain prominence, it is crucial to understand their energy consumption and environmental effects. And also by developing more sustainable practices, the decentralized world can be a great avenue for future possibilities in environmental conservation. So I would like to again call on anyone who has any questions. If you're still thinking of a question, I would also like to invite Augustine right now to present our summit announcements as you think of a question, and write it down or hold your hand up. So welcome, Augustine.
Thank you so much, Linda, and our topic master, and also Doc. And hi, everyone. I hope you are all doing well this day, this evening, this week. And thank you so much for making time again to join us this evening for environmental health session. And so I would love to give an announcement and also a reminder about our upcoming summit that we title it the Actuate Pre-Boston Nairobi Summit. And it's focusing on the theme using artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, and decentralized finance to improve health and human development. So we are aiming to facilitate idea sharing and collaboration from healthcare people, technologists, policymakers, environment people, to have a conversation on how we can leverage these technologies to improve health, to improve our environment, and also to improve our human or to improve human development. So this summit is multidisciplinary. It is broad-based summit, okay? And when you just look at what we are here today to learn, or just environmental health, environmental science, all the aspects of climate change, the challenges that are there, that has been there. Doc has mentioned about the SDGs that has been sung for 15 years. And when you look at what is not happening, why are they still persisting? It needs a new thinking. And I believe that these technologies hold great potential to liberate us from climate change issues. Artificial intelligence has great impact in reducing carbon emission. Artificial intelligence has great role when it comes to resource management, the soil, water, which play a crucial role when it comes to sustainable agricultural practices, that reduce greenhouse gas emission and help combat climate change. So this summit is very important because we will be able to see what is there and what can be done so that we can move from where we are to some greater heights using these technologies. When you look at blockchain technology, the carbon trading, carbon issues that Doc has been highlighting, carbon credit trading, it has a great role. Supply chain, and even funding green initiatives that governments are singing every time. DeFi also, funding climate projects. It needs funds. Carbon offsetting, decentralized finance can play a great role. And even now talking about the behavior theory, whereby we need to incentivize sustainable behavior. So this summit is centering or environmental health conversation is really centered in this summit. Okay. And we are going to learn a lot. We are going to collaborate. We are going to share ideas on how we can have a healthy environment using these emerging technologies. We are expecting to have workshops for AI, for environmental, say, monitoring and all those pollution control, blockchain for sustainable environmental practices, decentralized finance for climate action and green projects. We are anticipating those workshops, such conversations. That means we have to work very hard to bring people in this sector on board so that we can have more a broad conversation and diverse ideas on how we can move together forward, stay ahead of the curve in environmental management issues. So this summit is also offering a chance for speakers from environmental health, environmental science, those into global health, those into One Health, veterinarians, environmentalists, all those people. It is giving them a chance as speakers. And currently we have 101 speakers. And when you look at majority of them, they are into environment, environmental health, animal health, One Health, all those things, okay? Environmental science, green, all those things. That means we have been working hard we understand, we recognize the importance of managing environment. And that's why we worked hard, especially Linda, in bringing these stakeholders on board as speakers. We also understand that there are those organizations with innovative projects or services or products that are playing a greater role when it comes to environmental management. I saw a certain startup. They are into Internet of Things for renewable energy, housing, the housing energy management. Yeah. So those innovations, we need them to come and exhibit this thing and how this thing is impacting the environment. So exhibitors, we have a space for them. And the booth is going at $1,000. So please, I think I gave a very healthy background in this faucet. At least get us some exhibitors from environmental health, environmental science, climate change. There are so many people with projects, especially right now, climate change, right? There are so many people innovating things day by day, either technology innovations, either devices, the hard things, the hardwares, and all those things. Give them, all right? And at least, let's support Linda, get exhibitors, all right? Yes, and I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing. These technologies, I don't want us to joke with these technologies. Please ensure that in any way this year, miss any other thing, don't miss this summit, all right? Don't miss this summit. Because this is the summit which Africa needs right now, and even the entire globe. These technologies, AI is everywhere, blockchain is everywhere. So why are you missing? What are you doing? What is that is making you not pay attention to these technologies? We don't want to meet you. We don't want to meet you next year, and you're like, how was it really and that, right? Yes, join us, right? Because this is the conversation right now. So we are ahead of the curve, yeah, and you're in the right place. And I am sure that this Learn to Earn session about environment, if you are an environmentalist, I am sure that you are ahead in terms of in the industry. Any organization you will go, they will have a very potential man, because you have been learning a lot of things and how these technologies can improve, right? So that is for exhibition, and we also have poster presentation again. And this is specifically for our Actuate members, especially the environmentalist here. Prepare yourself and come up with the poster, come up with a topic. And when you visit our website, you will see the criteria, right? These three technologies must be included in your argument or in your topic. Then now, how they can improve environment, any aspect of environment, either climate, either water, air pollution, control, and all those things. So I'm even giving you hints. And then information is everywhere right now. So why not seize this opportunity and do something groundbreaking? And you all know the benefits, including getting yourself a ticket to the next mega summit and all other benefits highlighted there in the website, okay? So yes, can you focus on environmental health? We have with other people in mental health. We have other people in poster presentations in health access. So, but when you look at environmental health, it's very broad, very sweet. You can come with more than 10 topics in the environment. All right? Soil, water, air, noise, all these things. Name them. AI, blockchain, DeFi has an impact in improving each and every aspect of environment. Okay? So come up with that abstract, share with us the topic, and design a good poster, right? A very beautiful one. Also we are inviting sponsors. We are really collaborating to get sponsors. We are also focusing on sponsors, those in climate, identify those organizations, those companies working on climate, very lucrative. There's so many. Yeah, working on the environment, bring them to us. If you want a very convincing proposal, approach Linda or approach me. All right. And you know the benefits of inviting a sponsor. There is 5% commission. Invite a title sponsor, which is going at $100,000. You get 5% of that. You invite a diamond, you get 5% of that, which is diamond is going at $10,000. You invite a platinum, which is going at $7,500. You get 5% of that. You invite gold, you get 5% of that. Gold is going at $5,000. And silver, which is going at $3,000, you invite, you get 5%. And bronze, which is going at $1,000, you invite, you get 5%. So look at those companies in the environment, climate change, all those things, water pollution management, noise pollution, there's so many. Name them. Anything that cross your mind, somebody is doing that thing. When you talk about soil, noise, water, people are really, really grinding. Very lucrative companies focusing on all those issues. But now they are doing it traditionally. They have wish list. We need to hear that wish list from them. That this is how we do it, but we are not able to attain this. And now we can brainstorm and collaborate in terms of idea sharing on how they will learn something on how these technologies play a greater role. And they don't know, maybe they never heard about the Actuate Summit. So how are they supposed to know if you don't talk, if you don't share in your socials, right? Yes, so do yourself a favor, do us a favor, spread the word, all right? Yes, you are in the middle of DeFi. Everyone is singing about DeFi. If you don't, I don't know if you know that. I don't know if you know the power of DeFi. If you don't know, can you visit Telegram and see the way people are just innovating, building tokens day by night, tokens. That is liberation. That is where we are moving towards, all right? Tokens are being launched day by day. That is where we are moving. We are moving away from Ruto. So if you're not intrigued, if you're not excited about the actual pre-Boston Nairobi Summit, I think you are going to follow Ruto to Sugoi 2027. All right? Yes. So everywhere it is DeFi right now. So there's no way you can fail to be part of this summit, DeFi summit, right? Just concentrate. We understand ourselves as Africans. Sometimes we come later, 11th hour, lamenting, oh, how can I be part? How can I be part? Please, take your time, get details, learn, and participate. All right? Yes. Be authentic. All right? Yes. I'm soft. I'm not hard. Don't get me wrong. It's just the pain of I hope you get it. DeFi is the topic in the town, everywhere you go. So don't just take it lightly. Can you engage? Can you engage and be voluntarily? Can you initiate? All right. I don't have to come to your inbox, start telling you what are you gonna do for this summit. No. It must come from you, all right? Yes, and we're gonna move, we're gonna actuate things. So I don't know where are you, all right? You have to tell us where are you in this journey? What is your role in this journey? And I don't think we are really doing something hard. We just want to move as a community. That is the only way we're going to beat decentralization. That is the only way we are gonna eliminate this thing, all right? Yeah, so that spirit, we need that spirit of Gen Z. Yes, the way we are doing things to government, let's do it also for DeFi, because at the end of the day, we are doing government. We are doing away with government. Yes. So that is it. I touched about workshops. We are anticipating AI for environment, blockchain for environment, decentralized for environment workshops. Bring us those people. Bring us those experts, panelists. Understand? We need this conversation. So that is it, and I think maybe if there's something missed, Doc will add. Back to you, Linda. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a good night.
Thank you, Augustine. And I would like to remind everybody that we have our website. You can check the participants in the summit, the speakers, the partners, and this will be an amazing opportunity for you to network with various individuals in the same field as you, or in fields that you are particularly interested in going to. So don't miss the summit, and make sure to register for the summit on our website. So I'm not seeing any questions, which I'm going to take it as it has been clear. Ronald has been very clear in his explanation of the topic, same as Augustine in relation to the summit, as well as the further insights provided by Dr. Macharia. But however, if you do have further questions, please feel free to ask. Dr. Macharia, do you have any further comments about the summit?
Comments on the summit. Oh, yes. These are the news. These are not the old comments and what Augustine has said to you. Remember, we are today. Can you hear me just so that I'm not talking to myself? You can hear me, Becca? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you. The summit itself, it's a major event, but you see, between now and the summit is a lot of time for continued networking. Summits usually, I know the sound conferences and conventions, their job is networking to help you know other people who will help you advance your career. Okay? It's about your length of life. Length of life means your own professional, personal development. So it is no point for you to go to a summit without understanding that goal. You are going to advance your career. But career does not advance all by itself on its own. It takes your own efforts. Effort is not even about you spending money, because money is cheap. That's a cheap thing. You can always go spend money, but you cannot buy your career development. It's like you cannot go to the gym and pay them $1,000 and hope to become fit. See, you have to put the workout. You have to go and run on the treadmill. Perhaps you do have to lift the weights. This means that you have to put in work. That is what advances you. That's what creates fitness for you. It's the same thing. So that it is not even about paying to enter into a summit that helps you advance in your career. It is the work that you put way before. From all this time we've been talking about environmental health. Now you have learned so much. that if you go to talk to people, you'll be speaking like Einstein. They'll be saying, oh, where is this brilliant one? Where was this one made? See? So you want to shine. You want to come there and shine. Don't come there and cover your lamp with a bucket in a bushel. You want it to shine, but you cannot shine unless you work on it. That is sharpening yourself so that you can be the sharpest sword in that summit. And you have it within you. It's like a sword itself cannot be sharp unless the owner of the sword sharpens it. So you have within yourself the ability to exercise your sharpness. It's already within you. You have inside yourself the ability to exercise your sharpness. And this sharpness, you will exercise it and display it to the people so they can see the brilliance. So we are talking about you exuding a brilliant light that is sharp, brilliant light that becomes an illumination for the path forward, the way forward for the world. So one great award-winning poster you will create. Of course, Anthony, are you here? Maybe this a poster for you or anybody else. You have told us that liquidity pools now help us to create what? The carbon sinks. Okay. So at the very, very foundational level of that, you could say the theoretical underpinning of your idea is that Elkington's triple bottom line theory. Okay. So you read about Elkington's 1970s, what he's talking about triple bottom line. And you have seen everybody in the world has struggled in bringing the people, planet, and profit together on the same platform. So now rising, you coming from the springboard of the triple bottom line, and you're asking yourself, how can we bring all those three things together so that they're equal to one another? Okay? Because, I'm going to introduce somebody else. It's called Euclid. Ever heard of Euclid? Euclid was the oldest mathematician from the 5 BC. He gave us things called the 4 Euclidean notions. Euclidean notion. One of the Euclidean notion, maybe a fourth one, he said that things that are equal to the same thing are equal to one another. Okay? So Euclidean notion. Things that are equal to the same things that are equal to one another. Here we have three things: the people, the planet, and profit. In the traditional finance system, people and profits cannot be said to be equal to one another. They don't equal to the same thing. So you cannot talk about people when you're talking about profit, okay? Yeah, you can't say that. Somebody can tell you, are you out of your mind? That we're talking about people who follow the old economics of Smith, that is, what's Adam Smith, 1776, The Wealth of Nations. That when you're talking about profit, you have to kill people. Can you believe it? When you're talking about profit, you have to kill people. That's why they drop bombs all over the place, because they want to kill people to make profit. When we are talking about profit, you have to destroy the environment. Can you believe that? That's what's been going on. When you're talking about profit, you have to destroy the environment. Now, tell the people at the summit, no, you do not have to kill people to make profit. You do not have to destroy the environment to make profit. That people, profit, and the environment can be equal to one another because they're equal to the same thing. What is this same thing that we are talking about? What's the same thing that we are hoping for? These things hoped for, the same thing, where the environment and the profit of the people. This same thing, their same thing, wait for it. The same thing that we are all looking for one another is prosperity. Because if we take care of the environment, become prosperous. If we take care of people, become prosperous. We take care of the profits, we become prosperous. So if people increasing the people because we know that wealth comes from people. Increasing people will increase prosperity. Improving the environment will increase prosperity, and improving profit will increase prosperity. Then those three things are equal to one another, and so they belong together. They are not mutually exclusive. So that's a big poster idea. I just given it to you for free, which will get you a prize, a Bell Prize, okay? So that you can come to Boston. All right. So who wants to go for that? So this is why I'm making it a poster challenge. And I can tell you, you create that poster, you work it out very well. I can guarantee you that you will get the prize. Why? Because the United Nations itself has got this thing they call Sustainable Development Goal or Strategic Development Goals. They are trying to solve that question. How can people, profit, and planet be equal to the same thing? They cannot find the answer to that. The United Nations, and it's not made of stupid people. The World Economic Forum, the World Bank, what is it called? The group, the World Health Organization, all these big agencies, including the private companies, are trying to look for the answer to that question. How do we do it? So in terms of now solving the triple bottom line, where thinking from the Euclidean notion that people, if things that are equal to the same things are equal to one another, that's why there's no difference between there's not difference between environment and people, that you have to think of them as separate entities, but you think about them as one. And you see that ties together with the One Health theory. So I'm giving you, so from there, you see, for if you unpack and roll out all these lessons, so what we do, the Learn to Earn sessions every single day, Monday to Saturday, is to give you multiplicity of ideas that you'll be presenting at the summit. Okay, but continue building. And also gives you the language to go and talk to the people who are likely to be sponsors, people who are likely to become your employers, people who are likely to come in as exhibitors. And I can tell you, the word is out that the summit is happening. It's coming at very, very high speed. It's hurtling through space at inexorable speed. That speed is so high that there's so many people who are talking about summit in Nairobi at KU. So you know that you're not going to be alone. You don't show up there and find, oops, where is everybody? Watu wako wapi? Hapana. You'll be among many people, among very many people. That is what is very comforting, and of course. But then you need to understand what you are telling those people. Today, what we have learned is that we have the technology for resolving the triple bottom line, which is the blockchain, that people, planet, and the profit are totally aligned. So this is what Anthony told us: alignment, not just alignment for profits, alignment for the environment, aligning the people together. All right, so, and of course, then we're gonna have a very big workshop on environmental health, which, as you know, and I will tell you again today so you know even more, that this workshop is 3-stage process. So everybody participating there, as Augustine said, we have all these companies talking about environmental, environment products. Yeah. So we want them to present there. So we want them to come and think together. We share together about the vision of the future, where we are achieving what they have been, the vision that they have been trying to create. Let's create that future together, because nobody can create a future by himself. That's called a shared vision. So the second day, we shall talk about what is holding us back from achieving that future. And the third day, we shall do what? We shall create a roadmap together to achieve that future. So you're asking yourself, do you want to be part of that process where we are creating the future together? Even the roadmap. When you're inside that roadmap, then simultaneously you will be knowing that you're in, and you're going to be in because you'll be having Actuate token. And see that day, we shall be talking about how we use the Actuate token itself to take us to that future. it's the roadmap, it's the pathway. That's the pathway. And also the fuel, as we heard the other day, it is the fuel, it's the catalyst. And of course, it's a vehicle to transport us to that future. Okay, so once you have done those things, then on the fourth day, we have all the summits, all the workshops meeting together in one summit. It's called the Summit of Workshops. And the Summit of Work. That's the Summit of Summit. That's on December 60th, which we shall now gather together and say, let us have the vision of the future together. And we review all the roadmaps and we say, how do we implement that? So the fourth day is a day for implementing all those common roadmaps. It's a common day. Okay, I'm very excited, and I'm excited for myself. Of course, that's selfish, but more excited for all of you for being here and having gone us together till we have reached this third cycle. That is V3.3. This is the third lesson of the third cycle. Thank you so much, Becca, for your leadership. Amazing. And you can see we have several environment groups coming in to speak. So we have keynote speeches on environment during the workshops. Whoa, fascinating. Thank you so much, Becca. And this is always great to be here. Back to you, Becca.
Thank you, Doc. It's always nice to get insights from you. And thank you for getting us through the importance of joining the summit, even as an attendee. So if there is no any further questions, I shall be posting the link to our attendance form in the chat. Please fill it out. I shall be giving you 5 minutes to fill it out. And as usual, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us for our usual Monday and Learn to Earn classes. And it's always a pleasure to have you and to educate where there is inquiries. And we welcome you to our next week's Monday class as well. Same time, 8 p.m. East African time. We look forward to having you. I shall be posting the link. Please fill it out in 5 minutes, as it shall be closed after that. So I would like to adjourn the meeting for everyone else who has filled out the form already. So thank you and good night. Oh, sorry, posted the wrong link. The correct link has been posted, sorry.